After a while, it just like gets too deep.
Yeah. Kind of. Like it can be kind of weird what they say, but I don't really mind it because we're all just like open about it.
I don't really think that any topic is inappropriate among friends. A friendship.
People. No, this energy, bro. When you're dating somebody, okay, you guys need to learn how to about your dating lives. People are too gossipy about every detail with people that they've dated. They go tell their friends everything. Now, I'm going to talk about women because I only dated women. I'm dating you. I'm showing you an intimate part of myself. And you go to your friends and you tell them everything.
Welcome, my brothers and sisters, to the RP Experience. Bam. Today's topic is going to be, well, it's this little mini series I started called Death by 1,000 Cuts. And I got that name from Coach Greg Adams because he described this thing of how females can slowly wear down a man over time, and not always with big actions like an Amber Heard that might be like straight trying to beat your ass, but by saying little slight things, talking about you behind your back to everybody she knows, to flirting behind your back or in front of your face, doing little small actions that add up to something big that can slowly destroy a man. Anyway, there's a video by Abba and Preach that I shared like years ago on my Facebook page before I even started doing videos of my own, because I think I saw quite a few females that was posting their business online, and I know I always was hearing females talking about dudes when they would cluster together, usually in a bad way. They would talk about them. Sometimes they would gush, but that was usually maybe around Valentine's Day, or if they got engaged, or especially if they're talking about a celebrity like a Jason Momoa or something like that, Drake or something. Then they would talk about men in glowing terms. Anyway, let's play this video right now. Oh, and before we go anywhere, hit the like button and subscribe. I'm going to give you a second to do that. Thank you. Now, let's proceed.
People. No, this energy, bro. When you're dating somebody, okay, you guys need to learn how to about your dating lives. People are too gossipy about every detail with people that they've dated. They go tell their friends everything. Now, I'm going to talk about women because I only dated women. I'm dating you. I'm showing you an intimate part of myself. And you go to your friends and you tell them everything. And you don't think that's a violation of my privacy?
Who shares more with their friends, men or women?
Women.
Yeah.
Girls share more with their friends.
Women.
I think both do.
Women.
Definitely. Women share more junk. I just feel like girls have more like details and more reactions to it because they're more open with their feelings and about their information. conversation, so like they're open more. Guys, they kind of just say something and then it's like that's it.
Should a man just assume that all of his girlfriend's female friends know everything about him?
Probably, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes, my friend knows everything, every little detail about me and my boyfriend's relationship. Almost every little detail.
She knows everything. It was a weird. She got like a weird pause. That shit got me. All right, don't kill me.
Have you ever had a friend share something about her boyfriend you felt was inappropriate, oversharing?
Yeah, yep, actually, yeah.
No.
No. I don't think so. No, I don't think so.
No, I mean, I think of it like, oh, like they're comfortable with me, but not like, okay, that's too much.
It's like oversharing, and it's like, after a while, it just like gets too deep. Yeah.
Kind of. Like it can be kind of weird what they say, but I don't really mind it because we're all just like open about it.
I don't really think that any topic is inappropriate among friends. A friend shares with me would be inappropriate.
Because I'm always open if anyone wants to like say anything to me. I don't really want to like judge them and say like, oh.
Now, to be fair, males will gossip too. I guess men will too, but not in the amount of detail. And one thing that males do seem to gossip about a lot is having relations with a female. That's the badge of honor with many of us. Men usually won't kiss and tell, but they might mention it like, oh, okay, me and her have hooked up or something like that, and then leave it like that. And that's usually if they was asked, or if another guy is trying to hook up with them, they might just inform the guy like, well, yeah, I hooked up with her, she was alright. Or something like that. Not all the time. Me, I've usually have not done that, but if I knew a female was, like aggressive, I'm not going to use the term crazy, because a lot of males or even men will call women crazy. And usually I feel like that's a lazy term sometimes, because you're not getting in depth of like, what did she do, or if it was something that you as a guy did and then she just reacted to it. She might have overreacted, but you did something to really push her buttons or something. However, though, even though I'm saying that, if a girl's trying to run you over with a car, chase you with a knife, that type of stuff right there, even if you was in the wrong, leave out of that or something, because you're in the wrong, but she's definitely in the wrong, because she could injure you, kill you, or just do something there's no coming back from. So yeah, they have some other points to add with this. So yes, let's get back to it.
Oh, like that's too much. They shouldn't be telling me that. Yeah.
Do you ever get nervous about what details a man you're dating shared with his friend?
Yeah. It's just like I don't want my business to be out there, and I don't want them to know literally everything about me. So it's like I'm comfortable with him only. So it's like if everyone knows that about me, then like what's our special relationship?
Yeah. Definitely. If anybody's like talking about me, like that just makes me nervous. I don't really think that any topic is inappropriate among friends. I don't think anything that a friend shares with me would be inappropriate.
Because oftentimes we feel like, man, why don't you open up more? Do I want all your friends who I'm not dating to know my business? Men, why don't you trust us more?
You can't be trusted with a secret. That's why.
I didn't sign up for you to tell everyone else. If you would have told me a secret in confidence, like, and I have never, not once, ever thought of going to tell my friends the details that they tell me. But ladies, apparently you just feel comfortable just sharing all these details, and I'm just like, where do you get off? Like the audacity to, with the T.I. thing, when he went and told the whole world about his daughter's gynecology.
It's her privacy. You can't be out there and talk about it. But you do it. You do it often.
And your justification is girls talk. I'm good because I know where my self-esteem is. I'm fine. But a dude who isn't in it, bruh, if he finds out that everyone...
Here it goes. Another man trying to mansplain to women how they should act.
You know what, the only time I've ever mentioned like an actual name to my friends about like someone I was sleeping with, the only time I've ever done it, right, is when the girl was legitimately like crazy and one of my friends was gonna date her. Then I was like, yo, bro, watch out because she did this to me, and I just want to warn you because I don't want you to be in a bad situation.
I'm gonna give you the ace of base. I'm gonna give you the sign. You know what I mean?
That's it. Otherwise, I keep most of the names private because that's an intimate experience that they shared with me.
See, it's times like this that I am thankful for the internet. I used to didn't like the internet because some of the females I dated, they was constantly on it, like, seeking validation or talking and not to be intrusive. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, what is so engrossing on there that you're like constantly on there yakking about stuff? Are you yakking about me? You're yakking about something. And anyway, it's good that you can hear that a lot of females like talking about their business, about their men, but they don't like their men talking about them. Now, how is that fair? It's not. And it's not cool neither. Now, understand females like to talk and share about stuff, and only females or women that really don't have a lot of friends or something like that and kind of stay to themselves are the only ones that may not do this. Of course, though, a lot of men might find them boring, or maybe not. I'm not sure. Like I say, I dated like the party girls. I dated like the bitchy, bossy girls. I've dated like what I would think was the nice girl. I never really dated a woman that kind of stayed to herself, that was more like a nerd, maybe just played video games or something like that. And I don't think a lot of women are built like that. But I do think for a guy, that might be the perfect female, because you don't have to worry about her telling all your stuff. And that's the thing too. You want us to be open and tell you stuff. Why should I tell you intimate, vulnerable stuff about me when you're going to be telling one of your friends or telling a bunch of people that's going to be telling everybody my business? I always tell females or women that it's starting to get like serious, that if you tell my business, I'm done. I might still see you, hook up with you or something like that, but as far as it getting serious, that's a no. And I'm not going to be telling you serious stuff because, I don't, that's one of my big things. I don't like everybody in my business. Stuff that I do share, I don't mind or care about. That's why on social media, I don't really share like my family life or something like that, because that's personal to me. I don't have to show off like, hey, I'm with the family. Hey, I'm doing it. Maybe once in a while, maybe I might show a picture of my mom if I can never get like a real good picture of her or something like that, of me and her together. I haven't been back to Philadelphia for like a while. Then probably I'll share that. But as far as like real personal stuff, no. And I don't want my woman sharing my stuff. Otherwise, I don't see the point of telling her anything. Anyway, let's keep this video moving, because I didn't want this to be too long. I have quite a few things I have to do today, you know. Hustle. Okay, so let's go.
Most of the names private because that's an intimate experience that they shared with me, not with me and my friends.
I guess, you know, girls will be girls.
Yo.
When women are talking with their friends about men that they're dating, how much detail do they go into?
We can get pretty deep in detail.
I feel like they go into a decent amount of detail.
A lot. A lot. A lot.
I'd say quite a bit of detail.
They get into a lot of detail. The women get into a lot of detail, more than the guys.
Most of it? Yeah, most of it. Like a lot. Like all of it? All of it?
Everything.
Yeah, everything.
You go into as much detail as possible with your friends so that they can give you some kind of objective view.
Everything. Most girls share everything, like sex life, dating life, like everything.
Would men be shocked if they overheard women talk about men?
Might be. Yeah, actually, sure.
I know, because a lot of my friends are girls, and I'm shocked most of the time.
Because you sat in with us in our guy group compared to the ladies.
Yeah, because I have both.
Yeah.
I have our guy group, right? And I have the rest, like a bunch of my friends. And, yo, the guy's like,
Go.
and then, you know, whatever, things went wrong. What happened? She said something, what'd you say? She said, oh, really? Well, that's bad, man. Whatever. Okay, move on. Girls? Okay, so what happened was, he picked me up around 7:30, or was 7:25. So, like, when I get there, I get down the stairs. I was wearing my blue dress. You know, the one I like. You know, the one
From New Year's?
whole thing. Besides the curve, the coloration, the discoloration, the taste, the everything. They go into everything, into every single bit of it. The guys, not so much. Very vague about that. If you're a guy and you go with a girl you just met, and you meet her friends, and like, oh, hi, they know everything. If you that girl, they know everything. Oh, hi, so excuse me, your name is Jason. Boom. She knows. If you're a girl and you meet your guy friends, the guys are gonna be like, that's the girl you just. That's most of all we know.
Yeah. You know what happened? One time I laid the pipe really good. Then I met her friend. I was like, hey, my name's Abba. She went, I know.
Yes, that's pretty much what it is.
You know what kills me? It's like, I gave the girl I was seeing, like, 1st degree, but then her friends got 2nd degree.
Oh, breaking hearts. Breaking hearts, bro.
That shit killed me. When they went, I know. It was creepy and subtle, but we had to move past it because I'm not going to let it sit in this moment. But it was so like, oh, she knows everything.
Yes, everything. If
But
you're a
anyways.
guy, you're stepping with you know everything.
Well, scientifically, they're just as likely. Both are just as likely to gossip. Women,
it's just-
women far longer,
Yeah.
and women far more details.
That's what I'm saying. We're not saying that men don't do it. The amount of detail and the depth of the detail that they go into is really
And women know this is true. You want to know how I know this is true? Because 70% of women who are bullied at the workplace are by other women. In terms of workplace gossip, character assassination, this is well documented. Most women who report at work reported from other female coworkers. Some of the meanest things that they've had to hear are from other women.
Yeah, you don't toxic femininity.
You are on your petty.
If it's the one thing like I could give an advice to women, it's as a guy, if I look at you and I look who you hang out with, and your friends are sloppy and loud, and this your friends, c'est pas possible. Parce que I know that you're gonna go to sloppy Joanna and rattle everything, and sloppy Joanna is sloppy, so she's gonna slop away, you know what I mean? So it reduces your chances.
I'm done venting about this.
I can see that. Oh, you mad?
Because it's a violation of privacy.
I know it is.
You know what it is? It's one thing we talked about before. It's like consideration. Right?
What you mean?
You want to go through life not being a nuisance to other people.
Yeah.
So when a girl comes to me and she asks me out, I'm trying to let her off as easy as possible.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Because I don't want her ego to be damaged. I
Yeah.
want her to be ready for whatever next relationship she has. And we're not trying to traumatize people. You know, that's like probably the biggest like, I think scary thing about rejection or any of that stuff is like, it's not even the rejection from the woman, it's everyone else around.
Oh, everybody's watching.
Right?
Everybody's watching.
But not only that, it's like, I'll give you a perfect example. I went up to a girl, right? Someone I knew, and I was like, yo, you want to go on a date sometime? She's like, nah. Took that L on my forehead, bounced. 2 weeks later, I'm talking to some other girl. She's like, yo, I heard you asked her out. And I was like, who told you that? She's like, she did. She's been telling everyone. And I was like,
There's a lot of girls. It's a trophy to say no to that. You don't know who asked me out the other day? Who? That guy. That guy. That guy. And I said no. That's a trophy. I can, bro.
it's like, you're not special. I wanted to smash and dash. And I was like, yo, you trying to do it too? And you're like, nah, but okay, I moved on. But then you had to go and act like it was a giant deal. It'd be like me applying at McDonald's, I get rejected, and then McDonald's is like, you won't believe who we rejected for a job. It's like, why would you do that? And like, I could handle it because of the fact that, you know, for me, I got at least some self-esteem. So like, it didn't bother me that other people knew. But it did made me think of her differently. And I was like, how low class do you have to be to share that information? Like, if we had slept together, I would not have gone to everyone to be like, yo, you want to know who I smashed? Like, that's not something I would have done. I would have not put your name out there to even my best friends. Like, I've encountered poom pooms that smell so bad that I gotta do the Fat Joe lean back when I'm hitting it, cause like it's, and I would never ever think of going to
Damn, Abba, you're giving your all. Yeah, no.
and I would never think of going around to gossip about those details about that girl, because I already know that women are already self-conscious about their shit as it is. So I would not want to ruin that reputation for her or make her feel terrible, right? So me, I just thought it was so immature that I was like, you went to gossip to everybody. And I asked her, I'm like, yo, are you going around telling everybody? She's like, yeah, well, you know what it is, girls talk.
Just calm down. For real, dude, like, you're putting this out of proportion. It was just, locker room talk.
And in closing, that right there is something that, as men, we just accept. Even males, players, Pookies and Ray Rays, like all men accept this, when trying to approach a woman. But that's why with me, if I was to ever try to talk to a female, I'm not going to try to talk to her and she's around all her friends or something like that. I think unless if I'm like a celebrity or something like that, I think one of them will say one thing or give a look or something like that, and even if she was interested, she'll shoot me down. Plus, she might just do it just to appear strong, and that's her badge of honor for all her friends to talk about, and then they'll be talking about it or something. Like we're back in high school. So, no thank you. If I do approach a woman, a female, it'll be like on a one-on-one thing. And as I say now, I look at the friends that she has around her. Like, if we get along and she attractive and there's chemistry there, I'll probably still try. But I know that's going to be like an issue or problem, like with one of her friends sharing my business or giving her bad advice. And relationships is hard enough when you're in a relationship with one person. Then I'm in a relationship, and I believe this goes with all women. Like, when you're in a relationship with them, all of a sudden you're in a relationship with their mom, their brother, their family, some of their closest friends. That I get. But if it's going to become a thing that the whole job, the whole internet, all her people on her friends list are in my business, and I don't really like the people that you're surrounded by, then I'm not getting serious with you. And I would advise any men that don't get serious, because it's not going to work out. So basically, that's all I have to say about that. They pretty much did the heavy lifting on this video. I just want to add my 2 cents that, this, if you're with the wrong female and she's slowly, like, character assassination assassinating you over months, years, and stuff like that, it just wears at you. Men take it, but I don't think we handle it real well because we keep it inside, and we'll probably get like kind of depressed. We'll start doubting ourselves, and then the woman will lose all respect for you. And of course, on the top of this list is not only is she talking to her friends, she's talking to her orbiters or the guys, her male best friend, those guys that obviously like her, that's around her, and they are just also just waiting for their chance. And sometimes they might be giving advice. I mean, look, I used to have a lot of females and women talk to me about their boyfriends and personal business. Like, now, for me, I really did try to advocate for the dude, unless the dude was a really bad dude, but to try to give her like sound advice or something of like, hey, you shouldn't do this, or either how would you like if he did that or something like that. But not every guy is like me. You know, most men, they'll try to swoop in and like, what's his name, like trigger, like Mrs. Steal Your Girl, and she'll kind of just let it happen because she likes the attention. You know, that's why it makes me wonder, even though they say looks doesn't matter, I mean, should I date a woman that's kind of like insecure of how she looks and her weight and stuff like that, and she constantly need guys' attention, or a girl that's real pretty that's like she likes the attention but she's kind of annoyed with it, you know? Because it seems like, at least with them, they won't turn on you as fast because they're already getting a bunch of attention, you know? So they may talk about you to a certain degree, but they also might defend you to a certain degree. But either way, if they're talking and telling too much, and we all know they don't like that in reverse, because if guys are talking about you, yes, they're talking about the sexual stuff and stuff like that, or whatever the case may be, and they'll be giving you that whole badge or 304 or something. So, you know, and of course you don't want that, you know, because then that makes you look bad. So that's the same thing as women you can do to a man to make him look bad. So anyway, I hope the women learn something. Females, keep doing what you're doing, but see, that way I can more easily weed you out. So men, go by their friends, go by if they gossip a bit, because usually if I know she gossips about a lot of people or about her friends to other friends and stuff like that, I know that's definitely a red flag. You know, stay away. All right. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk.
You could not live with your own failure. Where did that bring you? Back to me.
Okay, guys. I'll see you later. Out.
I still wanna run to you. Am I breaking through? Do you feel me too?
Pando made it.
I still wanna run to you.